Are we online? Hello? Am I online or? Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So this is the last session in the course e-business, and it covers now, this particular session covers week 9, 10, 11 and 12. And as you have started with, I think week 9 or 10 is over. Yes, Ritvik is also here. He is the TA for this course. Ritvik, now which week is running? 10th or 11th?
Last. Yes.
Week 12 is running. Okay.
All 4 weeks have been covered, 9 to 12.
No, all 4 weeks are for this semester, this part. But which week is right now running?
12th only.
12th week is running. Okay, good. So by this time, you have fairly got good ideas about what are various decision support applications here. And we specifically covered 4 different kinds of decision-making situations. The first one in week 9, we covered regarding web analytics, which was about understanding how the users browse the website, their browsing behavior. And based on that, we tried modeling the customer's behavior, linking the browsing pattern with various business functionality that is there in the website. And then we discussed about recommender system. And finally, in week 9, week 12, we are talking about auctions, electronic auctions. So all these 4 things are just few examples of decision-making situations in e-business. And in one of the earlier weeks, when we were talking about various types of information system, we discussed about various types of decision that can be made in different layers of information system, like transaction processing system, then MIS, then DSS, decision support system, then we talked about executive support system. Now these 4 weeks, whatever we have covered, this is basically on decision support systems. In decision support systems, when we talk about decision support systems, basically we broadly classify it into 2 types. One is the model driven, the second one is data driven. In case of model driven decision support system, what we do, we build models which are basically optimization models. And example of that, we have seen various examples in different settings where we truly did not cover optimization as a optimization in depth. But if you would like to know about optimization in depth, probably you have to take a course on operations research offered in some other offered. I think both operations research is covered in as some other course in NPTEL, and or in your own institute. If you have a course on operations research, that also can help you to build analytical models. In these 4 types of decision support situations that we saw, the last one, that is auctions, that you are studying right now, has some applications of operations research and some applications of game theory. And game theory is also another analytical tool for analyzing decision making situations. Now, in case of auctions, we talked about winner determination problem, and that at that time we constructed various formulations, optimization formulations, and while deciding the bidding strategy, we discussed a little bit about game theory applications. So this is only one situation where we talked about certain decision making analytical models. Besides this, let's say while talking about distribution in e-business, we were talking about vehicle routing problems. Those vehicle routing problems are also optimization problems. So these four are just representative decision-making situations, but there are many more. So besides this analytical modeling for decision support, we also have data-driven models. As I saw, somebody has posed a question in that Google sheet that was provided, that what is the role of e-business in this era of artificial intelligence? What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is about one aspect of the artificial intelligence is about solving optimization problems in a different manners, so that you see this genetic algorithm and other soft computing techniques. Those are also part of AI. Then reinforcement learning is also part of AI. That also is applicable here if you have an appropriate decision making situation. For example, in auction itself, you can apply reinforcement learning. And besides these AI applications, machine learning is a very important applications of AI, and recommender system that we saw is also applications of AI. And see, we are simply talking about very few situations. We did not discuss about specific techniques, but the techniques you can adopt anything. And if you would like to learn more about such data-driven techniques, you have to learn about, you have to take a course probably on probability statistics and a course of statistical learning, specifically which covers machine learning, deep learning, etc. Here, whatever you covered is just the representative situations where some examples were taken and some simplistic techniques were also discussed. For example, we discussed about Markov processes and use of Markov process in customer behavior modeling. And if you have a close look at reinforcement learning, this is nothing but again the application of is an extension of this Markovian decision making situation, where you model it as a Markov decision process. Similarly, in case of recommender system, we have learned about only, I think, two techniques. Probably one is decision tree or something, and another is association rule mining. Because we had time limits, we discussed few techniques which were easier to explain and can be shown with one example. We also learned about collaborative filtering, that is also an application of machine learning. So, if you are interested to know specifically more about recommender system, I have another course running, recommender systems, where it is a 8 weeks course and it is running in NPTEL, and you can again cover into little bit more depth about how machine learning is applied in case of decision making, particularly for recommender system. And some more questions were there. Okay. So how many types of matrices? I'm just taking one question after the other. Now I find many more questions have come. So anyway, so there are some two questions about getting the hall ticket. Dear students, I really do not have much idea about your hall tickets. You can directly contact NPTEL office about how to get the hall tickets and all. And how many, then another question is, how many types of matrices are used in web analytics? Okay. How many matrices will be used in web analytics for decision support? Okay, so in case of web analytics that we discussed, it was about taking the data from the access log file and building a matrix of how the transitions are taking place from place, one state to the other. Now, in that case, we tried constructing one matrix called transition probability matrix. And similarly, how much time people spend in one state before making a transition to the other state. Using that, we made another matrix, which was about understanding the average transition time. Okay, so now again the same question continues, like whether to use this. It depends on what kind of decision you are taking. If you are taking the decision only on how the user browses the states, how it makes the movement, then probably you will be using only the transition probability matrix. But if you are concerned with the time as well, then you can consider both. But it depends on the kind of application. Now students try to remember that right now whatever we have discussed in these 4 weeks, those are very limited applications of decision support, from the both optimization and data driven perspective. Okay, then ma'am, I don't receive any mail. Again, hall ticket. Then business process of economics. What is this e-business process of economic? I don't understand the question. If you can elaborate a bit, writing here itself, that will be nice for me. What do you mean by e-business process of? Okay, I mean, maybe the kind of example that we saw at the kind of type of dynamic pricing and auction, probably you are referring to that as economy. Yes, auction is a very important model in microeconomics. And if you, as I told you, this is a course where we are learning few example situations for decision support. But if you want to know more about auctions, more about how to solve optimization problems related to winner determination, probably you have to take some in-depth course like optimization, game theory, microeconomics, etc. How can we start our business through different platform with low budget? Okay. Look, we basically talked about few business models, I think probably in the first or second week. And if you like to go for some kind of innovative business model, you can do that as well. Now, coming to starting a business online through different platforms with a low budget, there are situations how people are using platforms like Facebook for selling. You can open a Facebook account and you can contact people through Facebook and try advertising your product, and then you can use WhatsApp to create a group and try selling. But I am really not aware of, many people are actually doing, but I am really not aware of any formal models for this purpose. But you can explore definitely. And I have personally seen in my people whom I know, people have started their business using this WhatsApp and others and the social media like that of Facebook. Data set should be used to generate the tree, the week 10 assignment. 10th question. What is the 10th question, Ritvik?
Question.
Can you just check? We can come back to this question again.
Yes.
Ma'am, there is a problem in week 11. right answers are given wrong, due to which the overall percentage decreasing. Is there any, by chance there is any typo or something? We have to check.
Yes, ma'am. 10th and
Okay,
11th, I
in
will
one
check
of
all.
the, because see, in one of the earlier week also there was some typo from our side. See, we are also human beings and there can be typo, there can be mistakes on our side. But if there is any such mistake, then those questions are ignored. We inform, if the students contact us and let us know through some platform, then we immediately give instruction to NPTEL office not to consider those questions for evaluation. Okay, but I have to check what is the kind of, see, can you please check? Anyway, for
Ma'am,
week 10
10th,
and 11,
yes,
if you
ma'am.
have any issue with the answers, then please post it in the forum. Then Ritvik can contact me, and if there is any issue, if by chance there is any typo in the question, then we'll try ignoring that while making the final evaluation. Okay, and all these evaluations are done online. We do not really sit and do all these evaluations. So NPTEL itself provides a platform where we provide the right answer, and it gets compared with the answers that you give. Because I have made this completely MCQ type, so evaluation process has become automated. Is there any question from YouTube side?
Ma'am, there was a generic question. Somebody was asking, what should be the weightage, like which topics they have to focus more, or is there any topics which are having high weightage compared to some
No,
other
no.
topics?
What I have done, I have equally sampled from all the topics. So all the topics are important. I cannot say that this is not important. Maybe there will be exactly same number of questions will not be there from each week, but it is more or less equal weightage have been given to all the weeks. Anything else
Ma'am, somebody is
on the
asking
subject
about,
matter?
ma'am, not related to the subject matter, but someone was asking regarding the preparation, like any specific things, any specific resources required to, uh,
Prepare.
yeah.
So from the beginning, I have told you that this is an offshoot of information systems. So the information book on information systems that I used, I also mentioned that. And I used this scaling for e-business for this user behavior analysis and all. Then recommender system, the resources that I used, that also probably I mentioned, because specifically for these information systems kind of books, they do not uh, pay much attention to decision support applications. So because I have chosen 4 applications, probably for this week, you have to refer more on my material which is there in the PPT, and if necessary, you can also refer to you can specific keywords you can search over the internet to get little bit more detail. uh, I have taken these materials from various um, research papers and books to prepare for this, so probably you won't be getting exactly these details from any book, but we will definitely make a book out of it, this whole thing, so that people who are attending these lectures can refer the book and get more ideas about this. Is there any other question?
Such I'm just asking them if
Mhm.
they have any questions.
So there is no other feedback. How many students are there online in YouTube?
Ma'am, 7 watching right now.
7. Okay, probably some of them have already uh, given some questions. That is how new questions came up. So students, if you have more questions, please write in the Google whatever document, Google sheet that has been given to you, or you can post in the YouTube. Please do that. Otherwise, if you do not have any questions, you have generic questions like getting the hall ticket, etc. Probably it's the time to close up. Okay, are we getting any question?
No questions as such.
No questions. So I think we will be able to now close. Okay, thank you everyone. And if you have any questions, you are most welcome to put it in the forum, and we will answer those questions. Okay. And regarding hall ticket, etc., that you directly contact NPTEL office and you will be getting the details. Okay. Thank you very much. And best of luck for your exam.